Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Calm with Carlyn, yoga and meditation for your everyday life. Today we have a short stretch to relieve tension in the shoulders. This is something that I experience almost daily between just postural effects and also working out and using shoulders a lot, especially in yoga, doing planks and chaturangas and things like that. So this is a really quick and easy way, even on your busiest days, to just take less than 10 minutes to stretch those shoulders out and leave feeling a little bit more open, sitting up a little bit taller, and just feeling a little bit better. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, comment below, let me know how you liked it and what you'd like to see next for yoga or meditation. We're gonna get started in a child's pose. I will see you there when you're ready. We'll do child's pose two different ways. Let's start in a closed leg child's pose. So bring the knees together. The big toes will touch. You're rounding yourself forward and really exaggerate the rounding of the shoulders forward. So just let them really be loose. Let go of any sensation of like holding the shoulders up. And just see if you can get them towards the ground. Find some noodle arms. Start to take some deep breaths. I'm attempting to take deep breaths, but I'm very congested and it's not going to sound great in the microphone, so I'll just go with it. And feel your shoulders falling forward for one more breath. And then we'll take a different variation of child's pose. Come up just briefly, make it nice and slow so there's no lightheadedness or dizziness. And then bring the knees apart wide to either edge of the mat. Keep the big toes touching. Send those hips back towards those heels and walk the hands forward. And as you bring the chest, the forehead, the chin, whatever it is, down to the mat, really focus on reaching those fingertips forward, lengthening through the upper arms and the shoulders. Even trying maybe to keep those elbows lifted off of the mat to maintain that length. Take a couple deep breaths here. Okay, and then as you're ready, start to walk those hands over towards the left corner of the mat. The right hand will come on top of the left. We're taking a little side body stretch here. We will get back into the shoulder, but in this side body stretch, as you pull the right hip back, you'll probably feel an opening in that right shoulder. And then from here, we're going to open through the left shoulder as well. So keep the right hand where it is. Walk the left fingertips down towards the left knee. Tent those left fingertips so the palm is off of the ground. And then lift up, twisting to the left. So pressing down into your right shoulder, lifting up through your left shoulder. Just keep your gaze over towards the left side. Now you'll feel an even deeper stretch in the right side and an opening in that left shoulder. So while you might be feeling this in the back of the right shoulder, starting to open through the front of the left shoulder. And then slowly come back down, return to center, and we'll take that side body stretch to the other side. The right hand and the left both come to the left side body, to the right corner of the mat. Left hand on top. Stay here for a couple breaths. Feel that stretch in the left shoulder. And then keep the left hand where it is. Walk those right fingertips down towards that right knee. Tent them, press into them, lift the palm, and lift through that right shoulder, twisting to the right. Again, focusing on pressing that left shoulder down as you open up through the right shoulder. Beautiful. And then slowly come back to center. Find the middle in child's pose once more with the fingertips reaching straight forward. And then slowly start to come up to a seated position. We'll meet in a tabletop, finding a puppy pose. So now your knees are stacked right underneath your hips. And to start, your wrists will be underneath your shoulders. From there, your hips are frozen in space as you just walk the hands forward. You'll start to feel an opening. When you feel that, you'll start to take your chest, your forehead, your chin, whatever feels good, whatever reaches down to the mat. I find that as I really press into the heels of my hands rather than my fingertips, I really start to feel this opening in my shoulders. Legs. Doesn't do much, just feels kind of good. Wiggle the toes. And then slowly come back through center. And we'll find a thread the needle. Lift the right arm up to the sky. I like to take my knees a little wider for this. Right arm comes up to the sky. And then thread that right arm underneath the left, taking the right shoulder down. Your base is to stay here. Maybe you walk those left fingertips forward. Maybe you take that left leg back. Maybe you find a half or a full bind if that feels good. I like to stay right here. This is the most comfortable way for me to open my shoulder. I'm focusing on pulling my left hip back and my right hip forward. And then slowly come back through center, press back into the left hand, reach the right fingertips up to the sky, and come back through center, right hand plants. Inhale, left fingertips reach up to the sky. And then thread that left arm underneath the right, come down to the left shoulder. Same options as the other side. You can walk those right fingertips forward. You can take that right leg back. You can find a half bind with that right hand, taking it back towards that left hip crease. Whatever feels good. Know that you don't always have to get into the deepest variation of any stretch or pose. It's totally not necessary. The only necessity in this practice and these stretches is that we breathe. And then start to take those right fingertips back towards center underneath the shoulder. Press into the right palm, lift the left fingertips up towards the sky. And then slowly bring it right back down, and we'll find a seated position from here. And from this seated position, we'll take a little spinal twist. Take an inhale, we'll lift the fingertips up. Exhale, gentle twist to the right. Really focusing on our shoulders today, so no need to make this twist anything really intense. Just gentle, pulling the belly button in. Maybe you keep your gaze, off to the side, rather than straining your neck to look beyond that right shoulder. And then keep that left hand where it is. Reach the right arm up and across. And grab onto your left knee. Tuck the chin to the chest. You'll feel this in the upper back. You'll feel this in the back of the neck. But really focus on spreading the shoulder blades apart, opening through the backs of the shoulders. And then slowly lift up, reach the fingertips up to the sky once more, and take a twist to the left. Nice and gentle. Doesn't have to be a huge range of motion. Gaze can stay neutral. And this time the right hand stays where it is. The left arm comes up and over towards that right knee. Really think about pulling the shoulder blades apart as you tuck the chin to the chest. Awesome. And then slowly come back through center. I'm just going to turn just so you can see from a side view. We'll interlace those hands behind the back. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Open up through the front of the shoulders. And then exhale, just gently fold forward in this cross-legged seat. Maybe those hands start to come up if it's comfortable. Know that it's not going to be a big range of motion, but you don't need a huge range of motion in this posture to feel that opening. And then slowly release back down. And we'll take one final stretch. We'll come on to our belly. This is one of my favorites for opening the front of the shoulder. Starting on the left side, you're lying down on your belly. Take the left hand out towards the left side. The right fingertips are right underneath the right shoulder. From here, start to roll on to your left side. And then you can stay just like this if that's enough of an opening. It very well might be. Maybe you take the right foot and place it behind the left leg. For an even deeper shoulder opening, you'll take those right hands behind the back. My shoulders are super tight today, so it would be too much of a strain for me to interlace my hands, but you see where I'm going with that. If you have the space in your shoulders, that might feel really good right now. Just a couple breaths here because I know this is super intense. And then slowly come back to center. We'll take it on the right, but due to my lack of space, I'm going to flip it around. Put the thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Right hand comes out towards the right side. And then this time I'm rolling onto my right side. And that left foot can plant behind that right leg. I don't know if I should edit out that singing. And same as the other side, you can stay here or you can take those left fingertips behind you. Notice I'm a little bit more open on this side. Same stretch, but one shoulder will be dominant. Maybe, may not be. For me, I usually have a dominant side. And then slowly come back through center. And let's come up to a seated position, any comfortable seat that feels good. You can be on your shins, you could be in a cross-legged seat. Let's just take a moment of gratitude together before we end. To open our shoulders one final time, we'll give ourselves a nice big hug. Take the hands to opposite shoulder blades, tuck the chin to the chest. Maybe you rock side to side. Give yourself a squeeze. Thank yourself for taking the time to open up through the shoulders, to let go of tension in the body, and to just find a little bit of stillness in the chaos of life. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. I hope to see you again soon. I bow with namaste.